Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Arts Theatre. Can you please go mental for Jim Jefferies?
Hey? How you going? Good. Welcome to the recording of my first ever DVD, people. So thank you for coming. Who's seen me before? Give me a yell. All right, who's never seen me? Okay, you do seem like a happier bunch. Well, as I said, the show's called 30, man. It's just basically a lot of stories heading up to the age I am now, and I just wanted to rip off the 300 poster, so it's really got nothing to do with fucking nothing. There's no point in it or anything. I get to travel over this job. Actually, this is the third date on the tour. 2 days ago, I was in Helsinki doing a gig, and we got 600 people came to the fucking gig, but only because they were just like going, "Are you the man who got punched in the face? So good to see you." I love all that shit, though, man. I went to Sweden, man. The Swedish people are the best looking people I've ever seen in my entire life. I didn't see one ugly fucker while I was out there. I think they might be killing the ugly people. Now, I'm not saying they're walking around killing people. I'm saying they're doing it from birth, right? There'll be like a woman giving birth. There'll be like a doctor, and then there'll be like an official guy in the corner, right? The doctor pulls the baby out. He shows it to the official bloke. He goes, "No." The doctor gets the baby's head, throws it in the corner with all the other ugly dead babies. And they're such a rational breed, I don't think the woman would even be upset. I think she'd just be going, "Was it ugly, was it? Thank you for saving me from the shame. It is my own fault, you know. I shouldn't have had sex with a Scottish man." Hello to the balcony people. I can't see you. I just wanted to know if there were some people up there. Can't fucking... I'll tell you a bit about my family. My 15-year-old cousin has recently become pregnant, and I'm only offended by this as a taxpayer. I think if you can't afford it, fucking cut the fucking thing out, but it's not my problem. My auntie has to take care of it, you know. She's gonna fucking keep it. 15, man, she's gonna fucking keep the thing. When I went to a rough school, right? When I was 14, 15, 16, no one was fucking at my school. Nobody, not even the cool kids were fucking, right? We were happy with fingering, right? Bring that back. I could finger a girl in February. That'd keep me going through till fucking August, right? These kids today, they all fuck each other. They all get fucking knocked up, and they get sex education. I never had any sex education. I didn't even have a sister, me, right? These kids get sex education on a Monday or a Wednesday, whenever they have it. They're all fucking each other. They're all getting pregnant. I think too much information. I think we should fuck sex education off completely and just start showing these kids pornography from a very young age. At least that way the boys will know to come on the girls' faces. I'm trying to make a difference here, people. My grandmother died, I think last July or something like that. She was 92, she was meant to fucking die, you know. I would have been more surprised if she did a motocross rally or something like that. Towards the end, she had like 4 strokes and she had dementia. She was just like a head in a chair, really. And she had dementia, or as I like to call it, honesty. Just old people telling the truth, thinking, I've walked this planet for 92 years, I'm sick of lying to cunts. She's taken my money, that's not my son. And she was meant to die like 2 years ago. She kept on getting strokes. Kept on getting rang up by my mum going, she's got like 2 days to live, right? So she goes, you better ring your grandmother. She's going to die any minute, right? So I ring her up and say, hey, Grandma, how are you? And she goes, not too good. And I went, yeah, I heard that. I hear you're not doing well. Look, Grandma, I'm going to miss you. I love you. I'm sorry you're dying. And she went, oh, I love you too, Jim. And then I cried and I thought, well, that's that. And I put the phone down and I went back to the PlayStation, right? And then like 2 years on, she wasn't dead. What do? Do you call back? What's the protocol? Do you go, good for you, didn't think you fucking had it in you, right? Every time she was going to die as well, because my father lives in fucking Sydney and my grandmother lives in Queensland, and he would go up to bury his mum, but because of her not dying, he'd go up there, and every time he'd have to take time off work and all that, and every time he'd come back down, I'd ring him up and go, did Grandma die? And he'd go, nah, and I go, well, better luck next time. And she's got like 12 grandkids, and we all got the same inheritance. We all got $100. That's Australian. $100 Australian. That's fucking 38 quid, right? That's not even enough for 2 lap dances, that, right? How is her spirit meant to live on? And those people can fucking hang on forever and ever because they're worried about the afterlife. She wasn't going to fucking die. That's the same reason the old Pope, not the Nazi we got now, the one before that, right? He wouldn't, remember the one that was curved like a banana, right? He wouldn't die because he was religious and evil. Every time there was like a pedophile in the Catholic Church, he would just move them to a different church so that, you know, God's not watching, we're okay, we'll just now it's all gone a bit weird because I mentioned pedophilia. Don't think that I don't know that pedophilia is a very awkward subject to bring up at a comedy gig at the 5-minute mark of the show. But let's have a go. I've had some personal... I was molested by a scoutmaster when I was young. This is true, he never physically touched me or penetrated me. He used to put me in a corner and masturbate on me, but still, not a great day. And I find pedophilia to be it's a very awkward... In society, if there's certain pedophiles that we condemn, and then there's other pedophiles that when they do it, we don't even notice. We just put it under the carpet and go, oh, don't talk about that. That doesn't... Okay, does everyone know that Elvis Presley was a pedophile? All right, there's no debating this. Elvis Presley had Priscilla Presley move into his house at 14 years of age, whereupon he fucked her, and then married her at 16 or 17 or something like that, right? So Elvis was a pedophile. You happy with that? Right. Charlie Chaplin was a pedophile. He fucked 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 15-year-old girls. Yet there's a statue in the middle of Leicester Square of Charlie Chaplin where you can have your photograph taken with the pedophile. But we forgive them because they're the best in their field. There's never going to be another king of rock and roll, and I promise you there'll never be a better silent movie star. At what point do we as a society go, but they were good? Like, what I'm trying to say is, how talented do you have to be to fuck a kid? Right? Gary Glitter. Dun, 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 dun. Hey! Dun, dun, dun. Good song, don't fuck a kid. All right. Back to my grandma. I'll tell you why she's evil, right? When I was 17 years old, I was in a school musical, as you do when you're in high school. You do plays and stuff like that. I was in a school musical, and I got the lead role. And my grandmother came down from Queensland to come and see the musical and stay with us. And she was staying in my room, and I had to kip out in the fucking living room on the couch. So she's there for a little while, and my mum goes, go sing your grandmother a song. And I'm like, you sing her a fucking song. I'm not going to fucking... Go sing your grandmother a song. I'm not going to sing her a song. And then I hear from my bedroom, is Jim going to sing me a song? And I went, yes, Grandma. And you fucking bitch, man. So I walk in there and I go, what song would you like to hear, Grandma? And she said, Stormy Weather. And so I went, don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. And my grandmother looked at me adoringly, as only a grandmother could look at her grandson singing a song. And then I finished the song and I went, there you go, Grandma. That's your song. And I went to walk away, and as I was walking away, my grandmother goes, I'll tell you a story. And I'm like, of course you'll tell me a fucking story. You've never not told me a story. One day I'll get 38 quid and this will all be worthwhile. Right? What's your story, Grandma? She goes, I used to live in this town called Gympie, which is a real town in Queensland. And I lived in Gympie, and there was a showroom, and on a Wednesday, they would have local lads who would come and sing in the cabaret bar. And afterwards, there was a singer who sang beautifully, just like you, and afterwards I got talking to him, he asked me to go for a drive in his car, and he drove me out to the coast, and he laid a blanket down, and we made love under the stars. Now she was about 84 at this stage, telling her grandson this. I'm there going, that's a great story, Grandma. And she goes, and then as I was laying there with the moon glistening off my naked body, I looked up at him and I said, sing me a song. And he sang me Stormy Weather. That's why she was looking at me adoringly. She wasn't thinking of her grandson singing a song. She was thinking of Johnny fucking Showtime fucking her on the beach. I'd made this woman wet for the first time in 40 odd years.